Hello everyone and welcome back to another DrAce video. Today we're going to be playing MotoGP 24. Today we're going to be tackling Sokol, the Grand Prix of Kazakhstan, within the MotoGP Academy game mode. I'm going to try and show you how to get the best sector times in every single sector here in this track. So first and foremost guys, on the right hand side of the screen is my controller overlay, so if you want to know more about it, the inputs that I use and the buttons to set to which button, check in the description down below. But first and foremost, let's now crack on. So out of the final corner, we're going to be using our ride height device and gently applying the throttle with the RC16, braking just as you get to the rev limiter on the 5th gear, and you can able to turn in to turn 1. Keep it in nice and tight to the apex, feathering that throttle until you launch across to the right hand side. Position really close to the white line, but do not run across it because it will invalidate your lap. Move over to the left hand side and get on the power nice and early to achieve which is the silver time. Let's try and do better than that because of course first attempt that close, I'm sure we can get the gold sector without too much issue, so here we go once more. Now into the final corner, you want to be braking nice and early and you want to just clip the apex here. Beautifully done. Hit the ride height device, gently apply the throttle and keep the motorcycle straight to ensure that the bike is on its way without spinning the rear tyre. Brake nice and early at the top of the 5th gear revs and run it in a little bit wider for a V-shaped line. Tight to the apex again and once more turn over to the right hand side, turning early, don't forget to turn early. Of course the motorcycle needs that time to adjust to move and manoeuvre the bike in the direction you want to go. So now for sector 2, we're going to be concluding where we just finished a moment ago. Of course you want to be positioning yourself in the middle of the circuit, leaning over to the right hander, so brake here to position yourself right where the apex is and get onto the power. Ride height device is optional there, it's entirely up to you. I do tend to try and use it for that particular corner, and then here for the right hander, I do find it helps to keep that front end of the KTM down as you get onto the power, charging down here. Brake roughly where that right hand side, there's an LED panel on your right hand side. Try and brake just before you get to that. Quick change of direction into turn 7, once again quick change of direction. Don't downshift to first gear here because the bike wants to really wheelie in its lowest gear, so try and get across the line to achieve the gold again. So once more, I want you to just pay attention to the braking zone for turn 6, I believe it's turn 5. You'll see it momentarily, I'll point it out to you again. Brake nice and early there, straight after the sector's completion. Nice and tight to the apex, ride height device enabled. Careful on the power, I was a bit aggressive there, but brake nice and early as you go into the right hander. Keep it in tight, really clip the apex there, and once again, straighten up the motorcycle, use the ride height device. Okay, to the right hand side of your screen, LED panel there, to the right hand side. Just before that, you want to be braking. After the rumble strip begins, you can then position yourself on the brakes, ready to turn in. Once again, don't downshift to first gear here, stay in second, use the power of the KTM, and it's enough to get you across that line without wheeling too much. Now from sector 3, it's going to be an autopilot right to the exit of this corner. Now unfortunately, the game does put you down to first gear, and it also doesn't apply the ride height device, so get the bike settled, use the ride height device, and go full throttle all the way till you see on the right hand side, which is basically another corner to take. We don't take that variant or layout. Brake at that rumble strip. When that materializes for that other corner, start braking there to get onto the brakes for one of the most difficult parts of Sokol. Now into the right hand side, we're going to be braking early and gradually into turn 10. Stay in second gear here and get across the line to achieve the gold. So once more, let's see it again. Autopilot will take control until the exit of turn 8, and as you can see, downshifting to first gear, no ride height device applied from the autopilot does make the bike a little bit wobbly and wanting to lift up and bounce and wheelie. So once again, keep your eye over to the right hand side, there it is, you see it there, bang, start braking right at that rumble strip. Follow the amount of brake that I'm applying, pushing backwards on the left analog stick as well. Now onto the power, you want to be braking before the end of that green bit of offside of the circuit. So where the green is towards the rumble strip, the part where you would invalidate your lap, ensure you brake before that comes to its conclusion and you will be fine. You'll be able to see it again in a moment, so it's not too stressful to think about when you start doing it constantly and getting to grips with where to brake. So again, left hand side of your screen, that's when the green is about to end, start braking there. So now into the right hand side, stay into second gear into turn 10, bring on the power and move into the apex of turn 11. Get onto the curb here and turn left immediately to make sure that the bike can get enough time to turn in. Ride height device applied. Careful not to go off track limits there. Push the bike into the left-hand side and get across the line to hopefully achieve the gold. We'll see that just once more, and then we'll conclude with 2 complete laps of the circuit of Kazakhstan, so I can really show you guys how to tackle the circuit of Sokol in one foul swoop. So here we go. There is the brakes right there where the green has ended. Actually a little bit late there, as a matter of fact. Trying to point it out too much to you. Second gear, stay in that gear there, turn into the right hand side, continue to stay in second until you reach the curb, upshift into third and start braking in nicely into the left hand side for turn 12. Onto the power, feather it if you have to, and get onto the power to once again achieve the gold sector time. So now it's time for us to do a complete lap, so pretty much everything we've been doing a moment ago now needs to be done in one full lap. We've got 2 chances of doing this, so we'll see how we get on, but everything else still remains the same, everything still applies. We've just got to ensure we do it all correctly without invalidating the lap. So once again, let the bike really rev to the top of its max revs in 5th gear, then start to turn into turn 1. Going for that middle of the circuit line, either the V shape or a little bit more flowing and sweeping, and now into the right hander. Turn in early to the left hand side here, and then you can use that curb, not a problem. Use it as much as you want, and then brake into the right hand side. Now downshifting to 1st gear here is optional, but I tend to use it more than staying in 2nd, but that is entirely up to you. Braking nice and early now in a straight line, then onto the right hand side to brake with the trail brake into turn 5 to allow you to hit that apex once again. Once the rumble strip starts here, you can see the LED panel to your right. Start braking in between those and move over to the right, back across into the left, a little bit wider there. You can use that curb quite a lot, and also the same here for turn 8. Stay in 2nd gear here and use your ride height device. Look at the difference that it's made compared to the autopilot a moment ago. In 1st gear, without the ride height device, the bike was all over the place. Now, nice and stable. Braking there where that other part of the circuit would be if we took that variant, and now into the right hander. Once again, repeating myself, I know, but left hand side, there is the green part. Start braking just before that concludes. Tight apex to turn 10. Stay in 2nd gear. Acceleration nice and strong to the right hand side to turn 11. Touch the curb there, upshift to 3rd. Now into left hand side. Gentle on the brakes, hard on the anchors. Well, excuse me, hard on acceleration with the ride height device, and you should be good enough to achieve the gold lap time. So let's see it just one more time before we conclude today's video. I sincerely hope you are enjoying this video, and if you are, make sure you subscribe, and of course, hit the like button on the video as well. And also, let me know how are you getting on. Sorry, I just had to fix the electronics there. So here we go then. Out of the final corner, ride height device applied. You know what I'm going to say. Wait for that 5th gear, wait for it to reach maximum, start braking. Don't need to go into 6th gear to go back down to 5th, 4th and 3rd and 2nd. It's not necessary for the 1st corner. Now onto the right hand side, keep it in tight. Begin to turn early so the bike can have chance to move over to turn 3. Keep it in. And as you straighten up, downshift to 2nd, or stay in 2nd if you want, or downshift to 1st, move over to the right, ride height device applied. Nice acceleration coming out the right hander there to keep the KTM nice and stable. Actually went a little bit late on the brakes there, and as you can see, went a bit deeper, didn't quite have that flowing nature for the right hander, but it's not to fear because now there is the curb, there's the LED panel, we can start braking in to turn into the right hander. Once again, not so quite smooth through there, but onto the curb does save you a bit of time, and there's certainly no harm in doing that here in the Grand Prix of Kazakhstan. Now onto the power. We're going to charge down all the way over to the extra additional part of the track. Start braking there. You don't have to brake too aggressively, but the initial press nice and strong. Reduce the brake as you get closer and closer to the apex of turn 9. Now over to your left hand side, there's the green. Start braking and turning in at the same time. Careful of the rear brake. Actually used a bit too much there. And now with the 2nd gear, a couple of corners now to turn 11. Hit the curb here, up to 3rd gear, brake immediately, and keep that bike in tight to the apex. Square it off, hit the curb on the exit if you want, and get right across the line to achieve another gold lap time here in Sokol. So there you are then, guys. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video, and of course, most importantly, I hope it has been helpful to you. If it has, let me know in the comment section down below what you've learned from this video, and also be sure to subscribe because I've got a lot more guides still yet to come. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.